Hey, welcome to Losing Money with Ken. Today we'll be talking about financial independence and early retirement and why you'll never be able to fire. So let's take a look at the Retire Early homepage. So this is a website that actually tells you how you can achieve early retirement. So it's been around for 20 years, since the 90s, so 30 years. So the things they say here does work, but according to the current situation in the world, I might want to just tell you about some of the things to look out for, because one of the main concepts that they are talking about to help people achieve early retirement is actually the 4% withdrawal. So what exactly is the 4% withdrawal? So it's actually some formula to calculate how much do you need to retire on. So according to their research, they say that about withdrawing about 4 to 5% of assets annually is probably safe. So it says that you probably need around 200 to 250,000 for every $10,000 you need in retirement income. So here's the highlight. $1 million nest egg will only support a 35 to 50,000 per year lifestyle. So this is quite manageable in Singapore if you control your costs and everything. So the idea on how this works is that, let's say for example, you want to retire at 40 years old. So for every $10,000 of retirement income you will need to have a capital of around 296k, or let's say 300k. So every year you will draw down around 3 to 4% of this capital, and it allows you to go on for 50 years. But there's one big caveat here, is that your asset allocation has to be in this ratio. So this is on the assumption that the stock market will provide some amount of dividends or return to you while your retirement is ongoing, right? Okay, so why this is a bad idea now? It's not a bad idea. I mean, why are there something that we should look out for? First of all, if you take this formula to reach a annual income, retirement income of 40,000, right? And based on the predetermined 4% safe withdrawal rate, you need around $1 million in capital. So let's say if you want to retire at 40, to be able to have $1 million of capital, so let's say you start work around 20 something, so you need to be a high income earner while being frugal at the same time for around a period of 10 years. If you start saving at 30 years old, and when you reach 40, annually you save up around $60,000-$70,000, and with that $60,000-$70,000, right, you still have to be actively investing. So to top up everything all together with the stock market gains, you probably get around $10,000. So annually, for every $100,000 you put into the stock market, let's say you get a good returns or a safe return of 2 or 3% per year. So within 10 years, you'll be able to reach the $1 million mark. So now, why is it messed up? So for your early retirement, we actually require continued investment, heavy allocation in the stock market. But now here's the problem. After the QE, right, the stock market has been artificially boosted for a period of 10 years plus, and without suffering the effects of inflation and higher interest rate. But now, since tapering is taking place, the reverse is going to happen. Inflation and higher interest rates will kick in, and this is a bad thing for retirement, because the inflation reduces the buying power of your retirement capital. It reduces the buying power of your retirement capital. And the higher interest rates, right, it cools down the stock market. And if you can see, generally, a higher interest rate, right, will actually cause the stock market to not go up so high. So actually, what can you do? So the same idea as per any investment literature, it says that you have to get inflation adjusted returns. So here are the three things that you can do, is to actually get property and do some rental. But with the cooling measures, this one is quickly becoming a bad advice. So the next thing is bond ladders. So if you're worried about fluctuating interest rate, right, you can actually break down your capital into multiple steps of the ladder. So you purchase a small amount of bonds every year and you rotate through them throughout the years. So you'll be able to ride on the changing interest rate, whether it's higher or lower. And of course, to get companies that are inflation resistant, so most directly is to invest in lenders where their business income correlates with the interest level. Okay, this is too fast today. Okay, thank you and see you next time.